Share many blessings, family. This is the English version of what I just uploaded. I'm basically going to be sharing traditional stories of the IFA tradition, so people can be more familiarized with our doctrine and teachings and ancient stories that have been preserved. Keep in mind, as the documents that I've uploaded, as far as the language and the tradition and influences of Cuban IFA and Osha, we're already aware that there's different African nations and different, several. So this is why this Pataki that I'm going to share has a lot of influences from the Fon, Asian Dahomey tradition, and also fusion of Yoruba, right? So without further ado, this Pataki basically breaks down why the orishas do not mount people on a daily basis and give us a message, right? And how, based on the odus of Ifa, the orishas have the opportunity to speak and still give messages to humanity on a daily basis. This is why I could do a divination any day and a orisha could speak through their, to the odu and give a message to someone to give them, an orientation in life, as opposed to mounting a human body, like any human body, and speaking. So this Pataki is handwritten, old, but I was able to, I'm going to translate it live in English. So in this particular story is where there was a pandemic that was taking over the land of Ife. And the orishas at the time had some psychic, supernatural abilities to get rid of that pandemic or that was going on, the epidemic that was happening. And they refused to help and use their powers to help the village. So this is when Olofin, the king of Ife, gathered together a meeting. Basically, among them was Sapakta, which represents the beings of the earth. Sapakta, or the earth element. Sapata is a term in Fon to mean the god of illness and disease, or the Vundan god. So, and Obaluaye in Vodun, Sapata, or Yoruba Babaluaye, right? So these you're already seeing there was a Fon element within the story already, Fon people that were in Cuba, right? But anyways, a continuation of Lofin gathered the Sapata, the earth element beings, the Ibiases, the fire element beings, and the Tonexu, the water element beings. And the chief among them all, known as Alafia, great and powerful. He told them, all of you guys claim to be my best friends and you sworn to help me and help people. I trust in your immortality to do so. But since you refuse to help, I'll push you in a cave for 8 days. And after the 8 days, we'll see who will win this test. Because basically they refuse to help other people, right? So then they've suffered the same, and without helping, they're going to suffer the same circumstances without no one saving them, not even Olofin. So 8 days. After 8 days transpired, all the orishas passed away. The only one left alive was Alafia, who was surviving off Kolonas and Ekuoyawa Donatare, different Yoruba terms for fish, smoked fish, and peppercorn and Kolonas, right? So he was surviving off that. And he says, since you were the last survivor among the orishas, you will have the option to resurrect them, to vivify them back, or leave them just dead. And Alafia used his freedom of will to prepare some Ifa medicines, and to the surprise and the startlement of the council, they saw them be resurrected again. And then Olofin announced, now the throne, you will share my throne, but the orishas will have to depend on Ifa to communicate to humans from now on. They will have to rely on Ifa to do so. This is why to this day, the orishas do not mount human beings on a daily basis to give them a divine message from on high. However, Ifa, they communicate to the odus of Ifa. That's why a Babalawo could do a reading, and the orishas could give that person a message from on high to this day, on any day. So that's just a little bit of story of why we do our practices and different concepts. I'm going to be doing this more consistently. I share many blessings. Abu Boy Shoshe.